So we'll see if they're able to continue that success. Additionally, Aspas is just a freak on pistol rounds currently. Also the league leader in pistol kills. And he's continuing to pile it on. MIBR in firm control on C.
Shenum also took out Shy on that lurk at A as well, so already a two-pronged approach from MIBR, and they're sitting comfortably on the C site, ready for the flood. This is so decisive, Doug.
Boy, this is a brutal start for KRU. It was just, I mean, no questions asked, no hesitation, fully sending C, and it seemed like KRU were not ready for that at all.
This is a scary Aspas, one that has no care in the world for his body. Just entering into sight. The flood's going to come through, though, from stairs.
Paranoia is going to tag on Artine, but there is cover.
One enemy remaining.
And it wasn't the smoothest of anti-ecos, but MIBR should be able to get through this just fine. Shy left to salvage the scraps of a mess that was made on A. But it seems like MIBR should be able to get up to their second here. And that they will. Cortezia cleans it up. MIBR gets to 2. Now KRU.
MIBR, they're sitting really healthy with 4 rifles in play. You have 2 Phantoms, 2 Vandals. And they're running the pistol around back, but Kesnit has something to say about it.
Kesnit has to find success early on for KRU. He's willing to relinquish the site and let MIBR at least get the spike down before they commit to taking the fight. Shenum down to 17 HP. Mazzino on the swing will clean him up, and Verno is left entirely on his own.
We've seen him pull off some ridiculous clutches this year.
Not this time.
Yeah, the bombardment of utility. Very common push and pull from the attackers and defenders. But the problem is you're running into Vice utility.
Yeah.
And look at, Artine is so low from that chip damage and
approach.
Oh.
30 seconds left.
And this Vice wall still up for the side of KRU. Kesnit, he wants to go for the slide peek, doesn't even have to. Eliminates Verno.
Mels are piling it on as well. Artine and Shenum again. Another 2v4. KRU in a position to put this thing away. Kesnit pops the ult. Quick fingers come out and Shy cleans it up. We're tied.
That's why you see this Viper pick out from MIBR. Superman absolutely obliterated KRU's defense.
Aspas tried doing a bit of the same in kind, but hang on here. MIBR on a shoddy buy. It was pistols and I believe a stinger, but now weapons upgraded. And now all of a sudden MIBR.
But do you invest it?
Early days as silence settles into round 5. The Vice ult popped. Answering your question, Shenum crispy onto Shy. Kesnit left alone, a 1v2. He's gotten it down to 1, but the thrifty comes through.
The problem is with that door being broken, there's a fast pivot here.
There's a whole lot on the other side. You're absolutely right. Kesnit sacrificing himself on the other side of the smoke. And the attack of MIBR stands strong.
The flood completely stuffed now. A lot riding on the shoulders of this lurk from Shy. If he can somehow manage to pick off Cortezia in this spot, maybe there's a way back into this round. He's going to be regrouped with Mazzino here.
Possibly, even if he saw them both now. Cortezia understanding the start on the other side, waiting for the reinforcements. And Cortezia stands tall, gets both.
Back-to-back 2Ks. When these rookies on MIBR heat up, it just feels like there's nothing you can do to shut them down. Melzer is left to save, but he's being hunted right now. And this is that tough spot that KRU are going to be put in now. They're not going to have a good economy. Aspas
loves to dash through. Site cleared and space found.
What an amazing stun lineup. But Shy still takes out Aspas.
Very nicely done. We've already seen one thrifty. And this has the makings of another. Still 2 rifles in play for the defense. And again, traded. Artine has his ult, playing far back. Fault line not up yet. And he invested the Rolling Thunder, trying to push him back. Verno tries catching a timing and will fall. It's all on the caller and captain for MIBR, and he will fall. Another thrifty, this time for KRU.
Yeah, 1-to-1 in thrifty so far. A turn in momentum is if Cortezia can get a pick here on a Kesnit, it would be massive for MIBR.
Sending Kesnit himself to go find him. Knife goes out just at the wrong time.
Tap of a door as well. Where do you go? Are the attackers A? Are they C?
I think they've inserted Cortezia here to be the safety valve. Meanwhile, all attention towards A. Oh, pop from Aspas. Shy, waiting patiently. for the swing, finds his one. That's all it is though. Meanwhile, Melser taking care of the trap. And now they can refocus their attention out onto the site. The Rolling Thunder's gonna send everyone sky high. Now the paranoia as well.
Spike not planted either. It's MIBR, they're gonna try to get out of here. Try to see if they can make it to a B site, but it's a 3v3 fight right here.
Will they find safe passage? The Viper wall goes up. Goes straight back down, and all the kills coming through. It goes down to 1v1, and Shenum with 3. MIB.
And they want to further this push off of that stealth bot, but
they're committing to this. You're right, that drone is going to capture a whole lot of info. Kesnit stunned up, still gets the kill onto our team. Neither of them can see a thing. Cortezia on the swing, Kesnit with 3 on the round. And that ult is going to hurt. They've got to find their way out. The Sheriff will not stand. On his shoulders here, MIBR with the position to create a little separation as Shy tries to find the tiniest of windows, the tiniest of slivers. He's gotten it down to 1, and now the ult popped, but Aspa swings ahead of it.
But now the Omen ult's invested towards C-Mount. This walk-up is surely going to get punished. Oh my gosh, they're going way off the stealth bot. But it doesn't matter.
No late lurk through stairs. They're fully committing out onto the side, and Kesnit right on time.
What?
Artsing clean with it as Aspas down in hell, drags him down with him. They're falling apart, picked at the seams. And the spike now planted Verno with ult. He's gonna get flashed. He's gotta find safety. He's gotta find cover, and Shy's there to greet him.
It was not pretty, but KRU, they get over the edge and they secure the 5v3 that they had in the beginning of the round. It's like Melzer has something to say about that. That paranoia was perfect onto Verno. Verno was getting completely crunched at that moment.
Yep. But they have inserted Melzer. Now one way just causes so many problems. It delays so much. You're going to try to brute force your way through it, and so far, so good. Cortezia staying alive, staying concealed. Verno is going to be on a late flank if he can find the right timing. Meanwhile, KRU, the onus is on you. You've got to go. Kesnit slides into his death. As this feels like it's falling apart. A 5v3. They're cutting their losses. They're out.
Yeah, you have to get out of there. That Viper's pit.
Haven't seen this in a little while. This clash in A main. Both teams strength against strength. Cortezia sitting on the sidelines for the rest of this half.
Both Omens taken out.
Spike down A.
Aspas pops his ult. Yeah, that wall kept him concealed.
I think KRU are ready for any type of push that's going to happen here. They're willing to give all that space up, and Kesnit is picking up 3 into this round, but now A site is open. And look at where the spike.
I believe it was going to attack 2 either way. MIBR in a position to take an 8-4 half. Can they convert this? Verno has gotten it much closer. He's got 2 on the round. He gets them all.
This is where KRU struggled against EG. Their attacking side, they couldn't win pistol. What a great start from Kesnit, though, getting that pick.
Closing in. They've got him corralled. They've got him controlled. Can they fight their way out of this mess? Cortezia trying to hold the line. He's going to find his 1. Aspas, though, getting his 2. A 2v2 as he...
Oh, they don't want to run through this smoke. Get face for free. It's a double swing.
They're going to get them both again. They are. Aspas with...
Breach of Viper towards this C side of the map. A tap of the door to push off anybody front B. So far, so good. Melzer snuck through, though.
Now getting flushed out by the salvos. It's a little messy, but should be able to convert because who else? But Aspas and Verno arriving at the scene.
Bonus is a C push. Shy needs to be careful.
That paranoia is going to cause problems too. Oh, surely you turn around!
It doesn't matter because Verno's there to save you.
Those 2 have lived many lives just in these last couple of rounds.
Locating targets.
Unbelievable duo in this server right now, and all of KRU are going to get smothered from every side of this retake, but Kesnit has something to say about it.
4v4, it's just a Sheriff in the hands of Shenum. You talked about how good he's been with that weapon.
Coming through.
Starting to take a few bold steps forward. You've got so much utility separating the 2, but it's thin. Aspas down to 17 HP. Burnham and Shenum close by. They're going to force him into that fight. He's going to find his 1. Still outnumbered, still outgunned. KRU gets a 5.
But now Aspas, he only has a stinger, so Not allowing that Neon ultimate to further get kills, and that punish on Averno leads to an open seat. We left all up to Artsen's utility to find a path in. Contact it out. Great opener.
Zeno falling. This retake attempt has some teeth behind it. Kesnet is now down.
You gotta tap, and you gotta tap now, man.
Yeah, you gotta get that ult out. You're absolutely right. And so it'll buy a little bit of time. But there's gotta be a second layer to this. MIBR are gonna take the fight on the other side of the smoke.
One enemy remaining.
And KRU hold the line.
Such a difficult retake, and MIBR, they kind of get baited to go for it after they get 2 picks on the actual site. But there's just no way you're winning that with the silos coming back. Being used front B.
Kesnet looking to test things A alongside the rest of KRU, but yeah. And there it is, right on cue. The Rolling Thunder will collide into the members of KRU. Aspas dashing out, besting Kesnet. With 19 HP, he's gonna push forward again. How does he get away with this? Health be damned. The bloodlust is so strong. Mazzino falls.
I thought certainly KRU in that post plant were gonna be. They take out Aspas. All utility missing.
Only finds his one.
Raid boss down. Adverso, the leader that needed to step up. Are KRU gonna be aware of this? Now they will be.
No, now. Well, you're just speeding up. Still knife out.
Spike down.
Shenum gets one, gets away.
They still don't know about Shy though.
Now they know. Shenum falls, the side is theirs.
It's not free. Verno is still alive.
Bullet between his eyes. Artsen left in a 1v3.
There's not really much you can work with here if you're Art, but that is a ridiculous shot. All of a sudden, maybe you can creep on by, reposition here. That fault line makes it obvious that you're leaning towards stairs. And Breach, these flashes aren't the best for himself.
I don't think that was obvious at all. I think they were concerned about it coming heaven. That's why they were looking there as long as they have enough, giving him a window to get up. He gets it down to 1. And of course, it's a safe. Again, this time utility out. Cortesia misses his window, and now the pressure's on him. On the swing, again, 70 HP, and he stands tall, refusing to relent.
KRU have to crawl back into this. You have to try to get a pick, but Art has something to say about these players walking through tree.
Rolling Thunder will try to find them a little bit of a window. Shy on the counter punch. Into a 3v2, and now the ult is a problem.
If you look at your mini map as well, there's a late flank coming through. It's gonna be obvious now.
He's gonna wait it out, and the shorty connects onto Mazzino. Shy, again. Called upon to save KRU once more. 22 and 11 so far. Flushed out by the salvos, forced to take a step back. 56 HP, can he find his ones? He was given a chance at it, now they're beckoning him to take the swing, forced to take the fight. They double swing into it, and Shenum wins out the... There's a TP into spawn again. This time from Melser.
Mazzino taking things into his own hands, the only player that walked through tree with his utility.
Artsen was never going to win that. He had a judge.
Yeah.
This round.
Oh, but Artsen's in tree again with a bucky. I feel like this is a story that we've seen so many times before, but it's actually Verno punishing a... This is where the operator can come online. It's a dream scenario to close out a map for MIBR.
They're going to get challenged again. Aspas and Verno standing side by side. Can they do it once more? Aspas is the first to strike. Verno gets flushed out.
You get to go second for KRU.
Yeah. Reverso trying to find some space behind that utility. And it is going to be Cortesia on the swing. And they get all of the kills they need. Shy's going to have to 1v4 to keep this alive. And boy, he gave it a run. It was just not enough. MIBR steal away KRU's map pick.
Any other player in that moment gets overwhelmed by that.
Sin Mazzino. He's earned that nickname. He's earned that moniker, but he's going to have to defend it here. And Mazzino is the first to fall. Kesnet, though, kind of trade back. Gets his 2, investing Aspas with it. Artzin's in a really good spot. He will punish Shy on the reposition. He's going to find a second. Drops him down now. As the mag is empty, on the swing, Artzin gets his 3, the 3rd pistol.
How it's so important for Harbors to do so, because that ultimate, it pays out dividends.
It's going to be a mess on the other side of this wall. Yeah, Shy's going to get his 1 traded back, but take a look at the minimap. They're crunching in as well.
Doesn't matter, the turret sniffs it out, and the firepower is so against them. MIBR so willing to take these fights. It was at this A site.
MIBR in this bonus, there's a lot behind this. They have 5 rifles, they have the Reckoning, and it is invested. Aspas swings his way into his death, but Artzin, 3 on the round for him.
What is Artzin on right now?
This would be disaster for KRU to get bonus this early.
And Art is already almost halfway to another ultimate. He gets 4 into the round.
You still have to deal with Kesnet.
But it's 1v3, and look at the disciplined approach from MIBR. He does break the molly.
Cleared, yeah. And now the smoke to provide a little bit.
And this time Kesnet here, though, and with Melzer deposited in Nest, maybe there can be some damage done. But no. Full intuition, Aspa. What a great call from Artzin. He's going to be the one that plants the spike here.
He's doing it all.
He really is. IGLing, calling these rotations, being a menace in the server. It's a nice head-to-head from Kesnet onto Aspas, though. Still, so much utility. I mean, if they can bait out this Harbor ultimate from Art, that would be best-case scenario for KRU.
Surely you don't invest it here. I mean, you're at such a gun advantage. You know it's waiting on the other side. You're running a double wall comp as well, so you know where the threat is. Artzin gets 3 more kills. 11. That first cascade, that first layer of utility. Trying to keep them back. Shenum down in hell. They flood onto a Mazzino. Finally finding a little bit of success as Melzer gets in on it as well. But Verno and Cortesia side by side. Trying to stop this as Melzer's left in a 1v2. Starting to get spammed through the box. Cortesia cleans him up. MIBR continues.
MIBR rotating away. A lot of mid-pressure from Shenum as well. This is a place where
sealed behind the Cloudburst, and now swinging into it, spotting a couple. No kills found. Meanwhile, Kesnet is having to do a bit of the same. Can they alleviate some of this pressure so far? KRU finding success with the Sheriffs. A reckoning of their own now. As Cortesia crumbles, Aspas left alone. Got Blade, 25 HP. Kesnet's gonna stick the defuse the whole way. KRU. Adverso was able to contest that orb and see that there was no aggression A from MIBR this time.
Look at this fast mid lurk, though. Shenum gets punished for it, but are they aware that there's 2 more behind this?
Oh. Adverso looking for a tag, gonna get Artzin as well. And Mazzino swinging out, getting 3.
Bringing back in their favor. This round time dwindles and Verno just gets smothered. Flawless round win for KRU. This is something that's unconventional for Aspas, pushing all the way deep screens. Usually he sits all the way in the back of A site, takes that further sight line. Understanding there's an operator in play, though, wants to get ahead of it.
He loves this line, and he gets Kesnet, he gets Mazzino. Falls at the hands of Adverso, but Verno popping the ult at the same time. Off the tap. A 2v2. Spam not connecting, but the shock will. What can Melzer do here? For the shot again, the question is now for MIBR, do you double down?
Yeah. Nice opener found from Kesnet. A big first blood on Verno, who's been so impactful for this MIBR squad. No initiator utility to be used now. You can play in these spots, close gen on A if you wish, but another reckoning.
I think Shenum got through. He did get through.
These are those aggressive lurk timings I was talking about.
And this round is such a mess right now. You've got Aspas up B, Artzin's all the way back site.
He can't be stopped.
1 enemy remaining.
So many lurks, finding value. It's all Art. But KRU are kind of wise to it. Look, you see 2 players positioned here already waiting for it. He's willing to take these fights. Mizzino gets absolutely destroyed.
He's going to get the shot onto Shenum as well, or onto Mizzino as well. A perfect start. And now they
Spike here in mid.
Shy's in the spot to make a play. Gets past the wall. Clears the turret, and that's enough to reveal what's going on. Meanwhile, Adverso, the other side of that crunch, getting a couple of kills. Aspas and Verno, we talked about their heroics on Lotus with 13 seconds left and Spike not even in hand. They're going to have to frag out, and I don't know if that's on.
Play from KRU right now. That Harbor Wall is going to be able to come back up as well.
It's all a game of timing. Does Artsy clear here? No, Melser snaps his head back. Mizzino does as well.
Leave it to Aspas to isolate 1v1 after 1v1.
3 for him. Blades online, make that 4. MIBR.
It's a full commit again. Can they shut down Aspas with the knives?
So far, the answer to that is no. Shy popping his ult. Is there a counter to this? Do they decide to scale up? Do they give the space away?
Everything.
They're gonna rotate back, and Melser's here. He's waiting. Gets his one. I mean, the swing was inevitable. Now you've got this awkward line in the sand as you've got to commit to this mid-fight, and it does not go your way.
And now Kesnet thinks it's B, but the Harbor Ultimate being used, he's gonna have to pull out one of the most ridiculous clutches we've seen in VCT history.
A 1v4 dancing around the reckoning. First you deal with Aspas, and you do not get past the first level. I love a good 5v5 pistol retake.
Individual brilliance is gonna be the key. Mizzino does get the head-to-head against Artsin. The heavy hitter is down.
Oh, that's just one?
Yeah.
You still have the other one you're gonna have to reckon with, and right on cue. Lights up the kill feed, Melser down. But they're the ones at a numbers disadvantage. They're the ones who have to take some space. Adverso gets caught on the ropes, he will fall. Aspas in a 1v3. Spike has been ticking for a little while as well. Off the swing onto Shy, he will fall. KRU.
MIBR approach their attack as well, same concept. Anti-eco, we lean towards B. The difference here for MIBR is their silent stacks. Need to save a ghost. I guess he wants the armor. So he will not have that ultimate in the bonus. My player's here to fight fire with fire.
Seems like that will be the case. This round is really important. Remember how MIBR were able to burst out the gates with a bonus. Verno just destroying Kesnet.
Headshot.
And it's Aspas who joins alongside him. The Bash brothers again of MIBR.
That's gotta be so tilting. In the first 5 seconds of the round, you get spam killed running up a ramp.
Oh, we found a timing. We found a window.
Enemy down.
Cortesia is not gonna let that one slip by. Guardian.
Literally anything other than what they have right now, yeah.
A lot of light armors across the board, but it looks like that's gonna be a tough ask.
Yeah.
I mean, jeez.
That's best into this purchase. And Aspas is up. Tagged. You gotta get out of there. But he doubles down, he stays! And Kesnet drops him.
So you have to speed up if you're MIBR.
Yeah, Mizzino's not up super far either, to be honest. Now he's taking a step back as well. Fully committing into the post-plant play.
But
Cortesia plucks Kesnet out of the sky. And now the Cove is gonna cause some problems. Can RT get to half? Yes, he can.
he's sticking
How
it.
much further can he go? 75%, 80% of the way there! MIBR steals the defuse! 410. It's an MIBR-sized speed bump that they keep running into. Artine. Tux gets his one. Mizzino's on the trade, though, and now the op. Just off the mark. Shenum doing a little bit of damage, but this is not adding up to you. Verno's really far ahead of this, and he's alone. Spam connecting on Melser. The snap on a Shy is ridiculous. A 2v2 now. As Cortesia arrives at the scene.
One enemy remaining.
He's gonna find his. Kesnet, a 1v2 with 11 HP. How does he stand here? That high-low is too much.
Dash proc at the perfect time, but look at the time.
And now they're gonna pop that ult too.
It's done.
Kesnit falls. Gunfire erupts as Shenum gets 2. 3 on the round. Shy left standing, and he will fall for the